Welcome to 90 Day Fiancé, the other way podcast on Kiki and Kibitz with Brianna and Mary. Hey, Mary.
Hey girl, hey, what's going
Hey,
on?
girl. Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay. How you doing?
Well, Sunday night and all that. This is
90 Day Sunday.
right. This was kind of an amusing episode, was it not?
Yes, I think it
Like
was.
this is like the episode of a lot of freaking
There was a whole
hypocrisy.
lot of going on.
There's a whole lot of hypocrisy going on, right? Didn't you
Yes.
think? There's like a lot of it. It's like there's the whole they should have named this episode like pot meat kettle because that was
Yes,
my
or
basic
something. Or
impression of
yes.
it.
Yes, because between Steven and now all of a sudden,
Corey and Evelyn,
yes,
sorry, but like all of
Corey
the
and
above.
Evelyn,
Yeah.
Sumit's mother wants to all of a sudden train Jenny to be the proper Indian daughter-in-law. Like, give me a fucking break. We all know that's bullshit.
Yeah. And also Sumit, like he just looks way, way, way too happy about everything
Yes, he
that's going on.
does.
This
Like, what the
really
fuck is
bothers
wrong with
me.
him?
Yeah, I don't like this shit. Anyway, so
Yeah.
let's start with the biggest hypocrite of them all, Steven. This is
Yes.
just unbelievable. And I love that like the first part of the scene is like we're reminded that he just told her that he he hadn't told her the whole truth, but we
He's
didn't
not a
get all the
virgin,
steps.
Brianna. Let's just put it all out there. He just told her that he's not a fucking virgin after he
Right,
went through this whole thing that they have to be chaste.
right.
Okay. So
But
she's
we cut in the point that's like made me laugh so much is like we get cut into this scene and she's just like this.
and
With her
he
wine
like
glass. And he's like,
clutches
did
his
you
pearls.
just
Did
drink?
you just drink that? And
And
she's
she's
like,
like, did you just sleep with other girls? Like, priorities, motherfucker.
hello. He's lucky that she didn't take one of those bottles and bash him over the fucking head.
Yeah.
And that's all
Because
she
we,
did was drink a glass of wine. Because if that would have been me, I would have smashed him with one of those fucking bottles. I mean, the
as
first
opposed to Evelyn, who brought that shit on herself, okay? But like, seriously, in this case, it's like, he is such a hypocrite. I can't stand hypocrites. And
no,
especially, it seems like a sexism thing in advance, you
yes,
know? But
like
also
it's
at the end
okay
of
for
last
me.
episode, she's like, have you told me absolutely everything? And he's like, yes.
Like it's okay for me, but it's not okay for you. Type
The
shit. And
lies,
that
the lies.
yes, the lies, the bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh my
then when
god.
she asks him for details, he says that he's made out with at least
Over a
over a
hundred.
hundred
Okay, wait,
women.
wait, wait. I actually took notes. Made out with
I know.
over 100 women.
I know I'm reading from your
24
notes, girl.
24 24 he was more intimate,
More intimate,
more
meaning he
intimate,
went to third base, but he didn't knock a home run.
right? And then about 4 to 5 he had sex with.
And I'm like picturing this funnel as he's discussing this. It's like you, and then I was thinking, man, his ratio's bad.
Yeah, it
Like,
is bad if you think about it.
right? Like that's you struck out that many times.
Like
There's
over
a
a
reason.
hundred and you only slept with five. Yeah, that ratio is
Yeah.
kind of bad. Yeah.
I promise you that like I would do better with those kind of odds.
Yeah, me
If
too. I think I
okay,
would do
what would
better.
yours? If it was 24 that I started with, I'd have half or more.
Me
That's my
too.
feeling.
I would like to think I would have half or more.
But did you see his crazy lizard tongue? Maybe he's a really fucking bad kisser. So, or they were drunk and they sobered up during that experience, which has happened to me
Everything
also.
about him just
Has that ever
weirds me
happened to
out.
you though?
You
where you're
sober
like
up in the middle of,
drunk and you're making
yes,
out with a guy, and then suddenly you start sobering you up, and you're like, "Ooh, wait a minute, let me rethink
yes,
this
that has happened to me.
situation."
Yes.
Me too. And the dude had like, he was on the subway with me going back to my place in Brooklyn in Red Hook from Manhattan. And on the subway, I was like, yeah, no. And he's
Never
like,
mind.
what? There are no subways that will get me back to Manhattan. I have to sleep at your house. And I'm like, okay, but like,
On the couch, dude.
yeah, yeah, that shit
It's
happens.
Steven's just so fucking weird. And
He
then
really is.
the timing of all this, like, what is wrong with him? He tells her the day before her mother is coming for the weekend. I mean, personally, I would have waited until after the mom visit.
You think?
Like, if I was going to drop a bomb like that, if I was a real douchebag and I was going to drop a bomb like that, I would wait until after the mom visit. So not only is Steven a douchebag, he's a dumb douchebag.
For sure. And see, I was for a minute until I forgot the context, started thinking, oh, that's why he took her wine tasting, so she'd be buzzed when he told her and maybe in a better mood. And then I remember we're talking about a guy who's like, drinking, what? Like,
What? Yes, I know. Drinking, what? But going to third base, hey, no problem.
yeah, whatever. Anyway, moving on. So mom comes and like, then this is not going to go well. She's already suspicious about the whole
Yes.
thing, right?
Yes. And that's why
And
mom is
I
coming in the
honestly,
first place. That's why mom is making the trip in the
exactly.
first place, because she wants to see with her own eyes what the fuck is going on.
She could smell it from a mile
Yes.
away.
Yes.
And I do not think that mother cares if they sleep together or not, because like, remember, she thought they were going to be living in the same place.
Right.
Now, you would just assume that they were going to be sleeping in the same bedroom and getting it on. We're talking about people that say they're getting married. And
Right. I
it's
don't think
like,
her mother necessarily cares about that. Her
she doesn't
mother
give a
just
shit.
wants to make sure that her daughter's not marrying a dangerous fucking weirdo.
Or a scumbag liar, which
Right.
he is.
Exactly. He's all of that.
He's the worst. Anyway, so
Oh,
I hope her mom does talk her into grabbing her bags and going home, but we know that it's not going that. He's already trying to buy her back with a red pussy purse.
and Turkish chocolates for the mom. See, the mom's like, I still don't like you. Could buy me with chocolates, but I still don't like you.
I know, and I was thinking it's a good start. You definitely have a better chance with me if chocolate's involved.
Right. But
Yeah.
no, I don't think Stephen.
Then he thinks that speaking Russian to her, that is the
Yes.
shit.
Yes. Oh yeah, he thinks speaking Russian will just endear him to mom's heart.
Right,
No, mom still sees you're a douchebag. It
right.
doesn't matter that you speak Russian. Mom can still see.
He's a
And
dick.
yes,
All
Brianna,
right, so let's move on because there is nothing else to say.
I totally
Is
agree.
there?
We should go to
Okay.
Turkey. One last thing, we should go to Turkey. Definitely.
Oh yeah, totally. But after watching the last episode of Darcy and Stacy, I was like, come the fuck on. Let's go to Turkey and have like
Yes.
girls trip, get a little lipo done, stay at one of those med spas, go to the Turkish bath and get all scrubbed up. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I
for
would
my trip to
totally be down
Turkey.
for that. Down for that.
Yes, definitely. Anyway,
Yes. So
cool. But anyway,
moving on.
Ecuador, a place where I really wanted to go until Laura Jalali told us it's not all that.
Right.
Because it looks beautiful when they
It
show it
does
on
look
this show.
beautiful. It does look
Maybe it's just
beautiful.
the ocean that distracts me, but she's like, it's really not that nice, Brianna. Don't get too excited about Ecuador. But they make all these places look amazing. And they
Yes,
aren't
they
like
do.
food shots, there's a lot of
Except
food.
for, except for, do you notice India? like the
I feel like
background
they're doing the
shot,
best they can.
the background shot for Sumit and Jenny is like, what the fuck? Is
Are you
that
talking
like,
about the monkeys or in
no,
general?
it's just in general. It looked like they picked the worst fucking neighborhood to like do their background shot. It's like you couldn't find somewhere nicer to like a nice park or something. It looked
Well,
like
they're in the park sometimes, though.
right. But you know when they do like their opening shot and it's like Jenny and Smith,
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that background is like
They're like ding 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 on the sitar, and then it's like the slums and
thank
Jenny
you.
and Samir.
Thank you. Like you, why are you playing them so badly? Like, come on. So back to Corey and
Okay,
Evelyn.
Corey and Evelyn. And then these people are both gaslighting hypocrites. I'm sorry. Like this is bad.
This
Anyway,
is
so we
bad.
yeah. So he starts off by saying, I'm gonna go look for a job.
Yes. And meanwhile, he's going to visit Jenny from Peru, who is now living in Ecuador 1 hour away.
Yeah, now I just want to call bullshit for a minute. Did she ever live in Peru? Because info that we have from, you know, um, word on the street is
Word on the
that Jenny in
street.
Peru was never in Peru. Jenny in Peru was always Jenny in Ecuador, and Peru was just to you know, get people off of his trail. So what
Yes.
do you think? Because this
I
is what
believe
Laura said.
Jenny. I
She's like,
believe
it's kind of weird. There's this other Jenny that we knew that was in Ecuador. She didn't have that accent because she's Canadian.
I was like, that doesn't sound like Laura. But yes, I totally
No.
agree that Jenny from Peru is really Jenny from Ecuador. And that was just a bullshit story because we know Corey's a liar, Evelyn's a liar. They're both gaslighting, bullshit liars. I can't even come up with enough fucking adjectives to cover them.
I just want to say I'm really triggered by Corey's Spanish.
Ugh.
That's all. Because it's like every single thing about his Spanish is wrong. Like he starts out by telling her that the time that they spent together was beautiful, right? It was important to no, he says and then he says la tiempo and it's el tiempo and I get really mad about that.
Yes,
Like all of
yes.
his masculine and
I know what you
feminine is
mean.
wrong.
Yes, I mean,
And
even
then
I know
he's
that.
like,
Yes.
he wants to say, like, I had real feelings for you. And he calls his feelings emocionales, which means emotional, the adjective emotional. I have lots of emotional for you. And it's like, actually, it's sentimientos. That's feeling. Like, I just get all triggered because I do speak Spanish. So I'm like, oh,
Yes.
dude, that really bothers me. Anyway, the other thing that bothers me is he says those things and the women just look at him with a straight face, but they're nicer than me. I'd be all, what? Anyway, so
And you know
he's
what else
basically
bothered
just,
me? How
what?
Corey was like, oh, I just wanted to come here and just to make sure that you're not waiting for me. What the
Yeah.
fuck did you think she was doing, Corey? Sitting there pining over you? Oh, I'm going to wait for my Corey. Are you fucking kidding me?
Nah, she's a hot little
Thank you.
thing
She's a hot
too.
little mama. She
She's
ain't waiting for you,
beautiful.
Corey.
Right. Like, why should she? You're not all that, homie. I mean, Evelyn said that later in the episode, and it's totally true. It's just like, dude, you're not all that. Really, really, really not. You can surf though. Give you
But the
that.
thing about Evelyn that makes me laugh, how she consistently says, it's like she makes it sound like she was forced to fall in love with Corey. Like I made
Oh
myself
God, I
fall in
know.
love
She's
with
like,
you.
I'm trying to love you. Why are you trying to love him?
Right.
If
I
you
made
don't,
myself
then
fall in love with
self.
you.
Right.
Like she says all these things that makes it sound like somebody's holding a gun to her head and it's like, you better love Gringo Corey or I'm gonna fucking shoot you. Like, are you kidding
Maybe
me?
she is having to talk herself into it because she just really doesn't.
Well, then,
You,
girl,
you
give it up
know?
already. If you don't, then what the fuck are you doing with him?
I cannot agree more with your comment. I
It's
just
like, give it
cannot.
up already. It's like every time she tries to portray herself as a oh my god, I tried to love Corey. I forced
Right.
myself to love Corey. You shouldn't have to force yourself to love anybody, girl.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's something wrong. Stop fucking whining. Get the fuck off my TV and let's move on.
Right. But she's too thirsty and she wants that Matt
Exactly.
Sharp
And so
money.
is Corey. Corey is, I don't know who is thirstier, her or Corey. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Because otherwise, wouldn't they have broken up long ago? This relationship is like really toxic and really codependent.
And the way she
I
talks
don't
to
like it.
him, it is
Yeah.
disgusting. And
I
I
know, but
think
she is a gaslighter because let's just back up for a second, okay? Corey's a liar, all right?
yes,
That
Corey
is
is a
true.
liar. That is
All the
true.
bad things about Corey are true. However, if you tell someone to leave the country and you're done with them, like you want space, whatever, like that was a Ross and Rachel break, like I think she like disavows any responsibility for that. And that's
And
why I say
another
she's a
thing,
gaslighter,
what the fuck does she think? She owns fucking Ecuador. She's
right?
constantly
She's
kicking
so
Corey out of
mafia,
Ecuador. She's like,
right?
leave Ecuador. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't own Ecuador. Like, Ecuador is not your country. Like,
Right. I like though, like at the end of Jenny's meetup with Corey, she's like, I gotta go. I have a date.
mhm.
Ciao. Peace out.
Ciao. I'm not sitting here waiting for you. You go and work
Right.
things out with Evelyn. Goodbye.
Right. So then he comes back and he takes Evelyn out to a restaurant and is drinking from a giant coconut like this. Like, even if you're gonna, okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, you're gonna drink from a coconut, you're gonna put a straw in it. You're not gonna just be like you're not on Survivor. But if you are on Survivor, tune into my live podcast with Alex on Thursday nights.
That was a great segue. I love that.
I didn't see
Yes.
it coming. That was not intentional. I'm just saying that's what they do on Survivor. But like having
Yes.
lived in
And listen
Mexico,
to Brianna and Alex. Alex is adorable. Survivor
it's
Live.
true. He's way cuter
Thursday,
than
8
me. It's
o'clock
true.
Eastern, 5 o'clock
5
Pacific.
p.m. Pacific. Thanks for
Tune in.
continuing my plug. All right. Anyway, so but in this particular case, people what they normally do is they put holes in the coconut, add some rum in there, and
Right,
drink it with a
exactly.
straw like a civilized human being. I'm just side note. Side note on the poor Spanish grammar, side note on the, you know, unimpressive coconut
Coconut drinking.
etiquette. Yeah,
Right.
the etiquette was all wrong. Anyway, so he tells her, like, okay, well, I lied to you. And then suddenly we're in a telenovela. It's like, no, don't tell me you've abused me this way. I do not deserve this kind of treatment. How can you do
Yes,
this to me,
yes,
Corey? I
exactly.
regret the day I ever laid eyes on you, Corey. And it's just like, shut
Yes.
up. You are an abusive woman. You broke up with him. Like, I don't feel sorry for either one of them.
You you
there
had
are no
his
winners.
sisters feed him for a testicle soup, and you
No, no,
sat
no,
there.
girl. It was penis soup. It
Penis soup.
wasn't
I'm sorry.
even fucking.
Penis testicles. It was
That's like
penis
the
soup.
worst.
Okay. You sat there while he ate penis soup. You cheat on him left and fucking right. You make him
I
look like
know.
an asshole. And now this thing is turning out, just like you said, like a Spanish fucking novella with her crying, rage
Right.
texting him. I fucking hate
Was
you.
that not like the fakest crying though? Like I did
Yes.
not believe any of it. These people are fucking actors. And it is true. Like
She
I'm
was
just
even at
starting to
one
think
point, Brianna, sitting on her bed, crying, eating chocolate.
that was realistic though. Tell me, was it? That was relatable, but I'm still not forgiving her. She's a gaslighter. It's a bunch of bullshit and it's a big act. Break up already.
Yes,
So annoying.
please break up
She's
already.
like
Get the
the
fuck off my
constant,
TV.
my feelings about her, like, she is the most beautiful, ugliest person I've ever seen in my life. Like, she's so ugly inside and she's so incredibly beautiful outside. I just hope she gets fat. That's all I'm saying. I want her to eat a whole lot of chocolate and get really
Yes.
fat.
Eat
But
a
you know
whole
it's
lot of
not going to
chocolate,
happen
girl.
because life's unfair.
Yes, it
Talk about
is.
Ice Princess. She is a cold bitch. Anything that happens to her, she's got it coming. And Corey is a big liar and he's thirsty as fuck. And whatever he gets, he's got it coming. And that's my feeling.
Yeah, that's it.
So can we be done with them now? Somehow I believe
I
that
just
we
have
will
one
not be done
question.
with them.
Do
What is
you
that?
really think that they are breaking up with them? Like they're breaking up and maybe she's gonna try to segue into single life or something? I could
I
see
don't
that happening.
know.
I could see that happening.
Well, wait, who would they put on single life? Which one of them?
Evelyn.
I think they would do Corey for some stupid reason.
Oh God.
Maybe because it's cheaper. Because they film in the US. They don't have to like be in Ecuador. But they probably also have like film crew in Ecuador because these people are economical. They don't pay well. They say
No.
they cut corners. They don't cut corners, but like why would you have a film crew in the US that travels to Ecuador instead of just hiring an Ecuadorian film crew?
Exactly. Yeah.
Especially during COVID. Anyway,
Very
I
true.
don't know, but let's go to India, shall we, for more poor judgment. Like, let me
Yes.
just say this. Nobody on this show this season has any good judgment whatsoever. None.
None.
I'm not saying none of these relationships. Well, sorry. Let me back. Every time I say shit like that, then we're like, yo, Kenny and Armando,
Oh yes.
rational human
Because
beings doing the right
we
thing.
forget about them because they're the normal couple. So we're,
I know they're so normal and we love them. So take them out of that equation. Everyone else
Yes.
has incredibly
Anyone
poor judgment.
minus Kenny and Armando
Right.
because
100% of everybody who are not Kenny and Armando.
oh my goodness. I mean, this
That's the
whole
new math.
Sumit's mother wanting to move in, it's just
This
another
is crazy.
devious, it's a devious plot by that fucking
Yeah.
woman. I'm telling you.
What
She
did you
figures
think about that therapist? So they're like at the therapist and
I
they're with
think
this chick
that
who's got like a
therapist,
feather tattoo on her arm. Did you notice that?
yes, I did. And I think that therapist had too much than she can handle. I think she didn't like really grasp what she was dealing with.
I feel like she reined them in.
I
By the end, you
by
didn't
the
think
end,
so?
she but by the end, but then what came out of it? Now Mama Sumit wants to train Jenny to be the proper Indian daughter-in-law. We all know that's not gonna fucking work.
It's so
I
stupid.
mean,
The whole
the
thing is so
the
stupid.
therapist, brought up a really good point that in India, age is a big thing, and it's really sad because we can't change our age. Jenny can't change how old she is,
Right.
so it's hard. But
So then the parents go through, well, what's going to happen if you guys break up? Like, not just you, Jenny, what will you do in 15 years if you break up and you're like 80?
right,
And she's like, well, he's it for me. I won't be with anyone again. And they're like, and what about you, Sumit? Nobody wants to marry a 50-year-old guy. And he's like, I
right.
would be alone forever. Like, what
Ex-
the fuck? Their plan's not well thought out. Let's be real. Although see, to me, like, go do your thing, but just be realistic about what's going on. Be like, this is what's happening now. We don't know what will happen in the future, but we love each other, so we're gonna try to make sure that we have long-term care insurance or whatever the
right,
hell the
exactly, or
responsible
whatever the
thing is.
hell. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Yeah, but nobody has good judgments anyway. So they're fighting, 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 and his mom is so passive aggressive. It's just terrible. Like she's just got the worst resting bitch face. Did you notice that? Like she just like she looks furious all the time.
Oh yes,
Like
she
I bet you
does.
she's never cracked a joke in her entire life, this lady.
I don't think she even knows what a joke is. She's like one of those people that you try to tell a joke to and they look at you straight faced.
Yeah, the face just doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like her.
And let me
I
tell
did
you,
think it was legit last time when Sumit was talking about like here's why I'm a liar, because me and my dad were so afraid of my mom. He
Right.
taught us to lie just so she didn't freak out.
Just to
That was
pacify her.
kind of
Yeah,
deep.
that was
Yeah,
kind of deep.
exactly.
That was kind of deep. This whole Sumit thing is a hot mess, Brianna. I don't know.
You reap what you sow, and that's what she's reaping right now. It's what
Yeah.
she sowed with this child of hers. So that they like, talk at each other and no one's listening until finally the therapist says, if you just approach him with anger, your love will never reach him. And that was very insightful.
Yes, it was very insightful. Yes.
And I wish this is an idea I try to get through my mother's mind all the time, because the way she talks to my brother and my niece, where I'm like, like my niece who's 16 and is going to be applying for colleges like next month, she'll come up with like, well, I think I want to go here, like I want to go to culinary school, and it's like you should be a math major or whatever the hell it is.
Right,
but my mom is like, but my mom will be like, "Are you kidding? That's ridiculous!" Like that's how she. So she's like, Brooke, I'm so mad at Brooke. She hung up on me, and it's like, well, how did you approach her? And then she told me, and I'm like,
it's all in the approach.
Yeah, I'm like, did you at least say, oh, well, that's an interesting idea? She's like, no, okay.
Told her she was being ridiculous. And how do you think her reaction's going to be?
Exactly. So basically the therapist has to take out the hand puppets and explain it to Mama Sumit. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know.
So Mama Sumit gets the idea, and then she's like, wow, how can I be okay with this? I need to teach her to be a proper Indian daughter-in-law. And
that's where it all implodes in Jenny's face. Jenny's like, hells to the motherfucking no. Because personally, Brianna, would you be able to sleep knowing that woman is in your house? I wouldn't.
You have a really good point. I didn't think about murder as possible outcome here.
Okay, would you be able to sleep knowing that woman is in your house?
Fuck no, she's scary as hell. I'm terrified of Sumit's mom.
Thank you. I would not be able to sleep ever again knowing that woman is in the next room. I'll be terrified to close my eyes.
I mean, the other part of it too is like, she's going to teach this 65-year-old woman to be a proper Indian daughter-in-law. Like,
yes.
Good luck. Good luck with that. Like, I just don't see
That's why I think this is all part of her devious plan. You see, she cannot be trained. She no good. Go away.
Yeah,
like she's
crazy.
A fucking dog. Like she's a fucking dog. Cannot train her. Send her back.
Right. So Jenny tells the producer, like, or I guess she tells Sumit, she's like, I would have been gone by now if I didn't love you so much. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why does she love him? Like, what is it?
Right?
He's a liar. He doesn't have any money. He puts her in the middle of constant conflict. He keeps saying he'll marry her and doesn't. Like, what is it about Sumit that you love so much? I'm just curious.
The sex must be fucking great. I don't know.
Or she just hasn't gotten any for a really long time.
Yeah, and he must
I just don't think it's that great.
I don't know.
He has like no experience with women. I just refuse to believe it.
Yeah, I think he was a virgin, wasn't he?
Who knows? He's a liar too.
Yeah, that's fucking
more
true.
Lies.
Who the fuck knows? Well, anyway, moving on to a couple who doesn't lie. And
you're not going to bring up the monkeys at all? Are we just going to pretend like there were no fighting monkeys in the street?
I'm trying to forget about the fighting monkeys in the street.
That was terrifying.
They fucking traumatized me.
I don't like monkeys.
And me either.
Monkeys and their tiny little fingernails.
No.
I'm just like, keep those monkeys
and the way they screech. No.
Okay, you're welcome to move on now. I just didn't want you to like sweep the monkeys under the rug.
Well, I was trying to because I'm trying to forget them.
right, so
anyway,
moving on.
to
Go on. What were
everything that's
you were saying?
pure, that's
Yes,
pure and wonderful and that we love. Kenny and
yes.
Armando.
Yeah, we love him.
Yes, we do.
They are so cute. They're gonna go back to the marriage office, and Hannah is very vocal about wanting them to get approved completely, 100% completely. So
Yes,
cute.
I love
The
her.
cutest kid. It just seems like that's all you need to know about what kind of family they are together is just look at that happy, bright-eyed child who's well dressed and can speak two languages. Like, I mean, is she not everything you need to know?
Yes, yes, she's beautiful. I just
Yeah,
love
she
them.
really
I
is.
just love that family.
I know. They're an inspiration to
Yes,
all
they
of us.
are.
Yeah. Anyways, they get there and like
And they're
suddenly they're
nervous
like,
because they're
yeah,
they're worried that they may get the runaround, and because the first time they were rejected, they had to get the human rights letter. So now they have the human rights letter and a date. So they're hoping, okay, this is it. This is all we need. So they get
yeah.
there. And go ahead, Brianna. They get there.
And then we find out that since the last time they were there, the rules have changed and gay marriage is 100% legal in Mexico. No need to prove shit.
Exactly.
And also, though, before we get there, just that replay of like, why were they denied? Oh, for the survival of the human
Human race.
species,
I know.
right? But I was laughing during that so much because I didn't notice the first time Kenny's face like goes through this series of changes, and I know he wanted to be like, "Bitch, I have 4 kids. Okay, I'm making up for this. He's got one." I got 4. Like, it's really okay,
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like, I think we're making
Anyway,
up
but
for
that
this.
was beautiful. And I'm really proud of Mexico. Good for
Yes.
you.
Yes. And you
It is
wanted
a
to say
predominantly
something in
Catholic
Spanish. You wanted to say
country.
something in Spanish. Do your little.
Yeah, I wanted to say estoy tan feliz por este cambio. Mi corazón está volando. Hace demasiado tiempo. Tan feliz. That's what I want to say. How you like me now, bitches?
How do you
I
like
would
her
do
now,
way better than
bitches?
Corey. How you like me now, bitches? Cabron, how you like me now? Anyway, we are all super happy about this, and
Yes,
love is love, and a kiki and kibitz, we like it all. As long
exactly.
as it's truthful, non-abusive, your kids are happy, like, well done to you. Felicidades de Kiki and Kibitz. And we're really hoping to get Kenny and Armando to come on the podcast.
Yes, we are. Oh my goodness, dream guess.
Yeah, Mary's working on it, but
I'm trying.
the truth is it's really difficult to get anyone on this podcast who's still in contract with Sharp Entertainment.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. They just, even Bravo is more lenient about it. So there you have it. Okay, so I want to move on to the next couple, troubled couple.
Yes, Bini,
Mary.
I felt so bad for him. I mean, my heart was just shattered. It was shattering just watching him. And I just felt like, okay, let's start from the beginning. Ari is packing to go home, and you could just see Benny's very disturbed. He's worried.
Yeah, he's starting to spiral.
Right, right. And I feel like I don't know. She was like smirking at him in the beginning.
She always has like a really weird, misguided kind of smile on her face.
Right.
But I know, so I didn't think it was smirking, but like it was almost like artificially cheerful, hoping that it would lift the mood.
Right, like her expression did not match what he was going through at the moment.
Exactly.
Like you could see the pain on his face, and you could see like he was starting to spiral. And she has this big smile plastered on her face. It's like, okay, that's kind of weird. Then she's like, look at all the stuff that I'm leaving. I'm coming back. And then she reveals that they got into an argument the night before, and Bini took her passport.
Yeah.
but gave it back
What
to
did you
her
think of that
immediately.
kind of move? That's like a
I
power
think,
move.
yeah, that was a power move because Benny feels powerless in this relationship. So Benny's like, you know something? I'm gonna flex, and if I can do anything, I'm gonna take this bitch's passport. I know I'm gonna have to give it back to her, but I'm gonna take it.
Oh, I really felt for him.
I felt so for
I could
him.
feel his panic. There's someone who I just don't believe is an actor. Like I feel like Benny is
I don't
the
believe Benny's
real
acting at
deal.
all. No, I don't believe Benny's
Mm.
acting.
I'm so angry that she makes him hurt like this. I understand why she's doing what she's doing. I think my parents would probably like torture me until I said I'd come home with the
Right.
baby.
Right.
But like it just really is sad.
It is
So
sad.
anyway, then she whips out a ring and proposes to him because
Right.
buying a ring means she's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So that ring was falling off his finger.
I mean, I get it. It was a cute moment. She was trying to,
Yeah.
prove to him,
Yeah. Forever family.
forever family, blah, blah, blah. But all I have to say is Avi, baby Avi is so stinking cute.
He's really adorable. Beautiful, beautiful baby.
Yes, beautiful baby. So,
Which has got to be like even warm. I mean, everyone thinks their baby's cute, right? I
mhm.
mean, don't they?
Yeah, they do
I mean,
most of the
I
time.
think their babies. I think their babies are ugly, but I'm just saying they think they're cute. No, I mean not Ari and Bini. I mean in general. There's a lot of ugly babies out there. That's
No.
all. That doesn't mean they're not beautiful at heart, but like babies aren't that. Okay, I'm gonna get off that topic.
I said, moving
Anyway,
on.
yeah, when she takes off into the airport, he's crying so hard that like I really
And
was
what?
like
Okay, another point.
sad.
What the fuck would what the fuck was up with Ari when she said, "At least I'll have baby Avi to cuddle with that night.
Oh
You'll have
my
no
god!
one." Rub
I
it in,
know.
like stick it in a little more. The guy's already freaking the fuck out. He's already crying, and then you say that to him?
Right, right. And that was just reminded me of when Leandra was there and she's like, you could have had one of these. If you
Yes.
played your cards right. It's like, well,
Yes.
girl, you left him. Like, what did he do? This was all on you. But still, but I honestly feel like she's not quite right
Yeah,
in the
I don't think
head.
she's quite right
Like,
in the
I
head
think
either
she like on the
sometimes.
spectrum kind of thing. Like she doesn't seem to be able to read the room. She has a hard time picking up on emotional cues. She's just like she doesn't act right.
Yeah, she doesn't. Like she says shit that you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Did you just say that?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
especially at that moment, like the guy's like literally crying in public, and you're like, oh well, at least I'll have the baby to cuddle with.
I know. Well, she's trying to say like I feel so sorry for you, but
Right.
like I just like feel like that's all miscalibrated the way she's handling it.
Yeah.
That
Oh
certainly
my
isn't
god.
how I would.
And
Anyway,
and
so
I want to give it to Benny. He was freaking the fuck out, but he was calm. Like he wasn't making a scene. He wasn't, he was, if you didn't
you
know,
mean he wasn't acting out?
he wasn't acting out. If you
Yeah.
if you were just a passerby in that airport, just walking by, you wouldn't know that he was having a total fucking meltdown.
I don't know. There probably was a whole bunch of lights on him and
But
cameramen
you know what
around
I
him and
mean. You know what
tears
I mean.
streaming down his face.
Just like in a
No,
regular everyday life situation. If he was just standing
yeah.
there, like he's not fucking flipping out, yelling, or anything like that. He was relatively composed, but you felt his emotion.
God, yes. He seems, I don't know, out of all of them, he's someone I would really love to meet, to be
Yes, me
honest.
too.
He just seems really gentle and I say as this
Yes.
dude like is what do they call that? The
Mixed
mixed
martial
martial
arts.
arts. Yeah,
Yep.
right.
I'm an
He's so
MMA
gentle.
fighter, right? He's so gentle as he stomps people out.
Exactly. I don't know. I feel like he could do better than Ari. That's all.
Yes. So
I
do
don't love her. I just don't. I think she's annoying. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the episode, and then we see next time on. And
Next time on, Allie decides to talk to Victor about the cheating finally.
Yeah, and she's
Dun,
like, you
dun,
looked
dun.
pretty happy in those pictures, and looked like y'all were gonna have kids and stuff, and we don't get to hear what he
Yep.
says here.
And Ari's
And then
family.
Ari's family is like, okay, so you went there and you had the baby. Now let's give up this little Ethiopian plan. And I thought that was pretty dismissive.
Yes, that was pretty dismissive.
Like, this is my life that I've committed to. I have a man over there.
I have a man who is going to miss his child deeply if I don't go back.
Right,
Like, what
right.
the fuck? So our favorite couple, Armando wants to have a baby, but Kenny would rather adopt one.
Why do they want more kids though? They have so many. See, I'm just not into like all the kids.
I say spread the love, and you're like, why do they want so many kids? I was so happy.
You only
I was
have one kid too, really?
Yeah.
How come you only have one then? You and I both.
Just you. Anyway.
You're like, he was perfect, and I didn't want to ruin my record.
Exactly. I didn't want to ruin my record. Sumit misses his parents. And Jetty's like, what the fuck? You don't think I miss my daughters? I can't just go see my daughters whenever the hell I want. Like, what the fuck? Like you say, whatever.
Whatever.
And Alina's mother calls out Steven, which is going to be lots of fun.
Right. I like she's like, he won't let me drink coffee, but he can have sex. Yeah.
That's fucking fantastic.
This is totally like previews of coming attractions, girl. So.
And then Evelin is like, Cordy, I don't want to make this nasty. Just sign the divorce papers, leave, or I will call the police.
She doesn't need to try to make this nasty. She's just nasty.
Thank you.
She will never be, prediction, she will never be in a happy marriage because she is a bitch. And I say that having made the mistake of being a total bitch for like a really long time now. I'm not saying I'm not a bitch now. I'm just not a total bitch.
You're just a little less bitchy. Just a little less bitchy than you used to be.
50%. Yes. I've improved at least 50% on the bitchiness scale.
And that's what we call personal growth, people.
Yeah. Hashtag work in progress.
Yes, work in progress.
So. I mean, you and I aren't that different, girl.
No, I know. I
you
know,
yell
girl.
Much louder than me.
Yes, I do.
I just hiss with contempt. Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Yes,
Mary.
thank you.
I appreciate your time, Mary.
Thank you for talking shit with me, Brianna. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate the effort that you put into your virtual backgrounds.
Oh, thank you.
Whereas I, on the other hand, just have my office. I could put up my virtual background, but see, that's my whole point. You just,
I know.
You care enough to do it. No.
It's okay.
I had a hard day. That's all.
Yes, you have. You've had a hard day.
Yeah.
You've had a hard
Anyway,
day.
everyone, I have some really good news for you, which is that Love After Lockup is moving from Patreon, where it was gated and exclusive, to YouTube, where everyone will be able to watch it. And that's part of the reason is because Brittany, like Brittany and Ray Brittany, is going to be our third co-host and comment on the episodes with us. And if you haven't seen the episode that she did with us, there's two of them on our YouTube. One's an interview with her and Ray, and then she and Ray sat in and did the episode discussion with us.
Yes.
So she was so funny and engaging that we decided we want to see her every week. So
yes. And you guys luck out because she probably has tea for us.
Oh, totally. She's
Behind
got
the
all kinds of
scenes
tea. We've
stuff.
already heard some stuff,
Yes.
and sadly, are sworn to silence. So she'll have to
Yes.
tell her own
She's gonna have to tell
stories.
everybody on her own,
She's
but
gonna have to walk a very careful lane and not like
yes,
break the
so
rules. But
you
she's
guys
so
check
cute and
that
so
out.
funny. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will see you back here next time.
Yeah. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.